Every year, me and thousands of other Americans start the year off making a list of goals we hope to achieve by the end of the year. Just like everyone else, I had a list of ambitious goals that I've kept right here on my wall so I can stare at them every single day to keep me motivated. Given that we're a little bit past the half year point, I wanted to check in with my goals and update you guys on how I'm doing. What goals have I made good progress on? What goals do I need to step it up and lock into so I can make sure I achieve them by the end of the year? And what has worked for me and what hasn't. So, my five goals, I wrote them down on a little whiteboard so I can look at them. And as I've slowly been progressing throughout the year, I've been coloring in the whiteboard. And while my handwriting and drawing are absolutely atrocious, I felt that it's helped me a lot having my goals on the wall so I can look at them every single day to remind myself on the things I want to improve and work towards. What were my goals for 2025? Well, the first one was to make 52 YouTube videos. And currently I'm at 23 out of 52. And I want to say the reason I am at 23 is because I started doing this a little later in the year. And then I've been posting about once a week. There will be some weeks where I do have to maybe double up or maybe even triple up, depending on how it goes. And I was abroad in Europe for about a month and a half. And when I was over there, I only posted two videos. So I kind of slacked a little bit on my weekly posting, but I thought the experience was very fulfilling and worth it. Next on my list is to read 15 books. So, this is the one where I have honestly been doing the worst on, and I am on 2 out of 15 books. And the reason for this is that one, I haven't been sticking consistently with the habit of reading every single day as I plan to. And then, second, I'm currently on this book, and I've been stuck on this book for a minute. And this has been a great book for the most part, but there has been some chapters in here that have been very hard to read, so to say. And the like, vocabulary that Jordan Peterson uses is quite upper level, so it's not the easiest to comprehend. So I was like slowed down a lot on this book, but I still have a good couple of books that I haven't even started like reading yet. But I am nearing the end of this book because I've been reading daily. So I'm almost there. I only have like a little bit of pages left. And I'm hoping I finish this in the next couple of days. Because I'm not going to give up on this goal just because I haven't made significant progress on it. Doesn't mean it's unattainable. Like 15, like 13, technically 12 more books from now until the end of the year is like super doable. So still think this is a highly achievable goal for me. Next up on my goals list was to invest $20,000 for the year. And currently, as of today, July 22nd, I am at 11,275. So, this is one goal where I'd say I'm exceeding the pace that I should be moving on at this point, and that's just because I'm very financially driven and I like to save my dollars now because I know they'll be worth more in the future, and I find a lot of value in that. And by doing so, I know now that I don't have so much financial stress by being so conservative and saving a lot of my money. It'll reduce my financial stress in the future because I know I'll have a good base of investments and savings, which will give me some stability and peace of mind so I don't have to stress in the future. Following that, I have 80K income. And currently, out of this 80K income, I am at $22,500. So this is another goal where I've been moving subpar on, I guess, relative to the whole year. Um, However, if I had to assume, because I recently started working, assuming I just stayed with my work income, I believe that by the end of the year, that will get to about 50K, maybe between 50 and 60K, somewhere around there. And what I initially planned to supplement my income with was my side business. However, this year, since the cost of things have gone up and profit margins have gone down, it's a little harder to generate that extra income. But like again, I'm not going to give up on this goal. I want to be resilient. I want to be hungry, and I really want to push for it and use my creativity to find new, unique ways to generate some extra income. Things I plan on doing is reselling. I've resold stuff on eBay, Amazon, Facebook Marketplace for a while. So I think I'll just keep doing this on the side to even bring in a couple $100 a month or whatever. It all adds up who gives you a couple $100? You know, if you can get it, why not? Don't be scared to do the simple things that will bring you in some extra money. And then beyond that, I want to possibly do some holiday services like live Christmas tree installation and other things. But we'll see how that unravels later this year. And finally, my last goal was to reach a net worth of $100,000 when you add up all my checking accounts, my savings accounts, and my investment accounts. And I actually attach a screenshot. I just calculated this right before this video. My net worth as of today is just a little bit over $104,000. So this is actually the only goal that I have achieved so far this year out of the five goals that I set to achieve. And I really believe what has helped me achieve this goal is by being disciplined. I started investing my money, what, 3, 4 years ago now, and the markets have gone up a lot. They've gone down. Like even earlier this year in April, the markets went down by about 20%, and people were panicking. People were selling, but I had a vision long term down the road, and I wasn't stressed by what was happening in the short term because even now, just because my net worth is technically over $100,000 today, in a month with tariffs, it could drop back down, right? So the theoretical number right now doesn't matter too much. It's just the reward from showing that consistency and discipline to keep investing and to have faith and trust in the process that over the long term, the stock market will go up and you will see positive returns on your money. And thanks to those consistent years of investing, I've been able to see some amazing returns. And that is a big reason of why I'm able to have a net worth over $100,000. So, what has helped me get here? Being consistent and being focused on the goals that I want to achieve more. Hence, this is why my financial goals are the ones where I'm making the most important and steady progress on because I'm constantly thinking about how I can optimize my finances to reduce my expenses, increase my income, increase my saving, and ultimately increase my wealth. So, what can I do that has not been working so far? I have been really slacking on my reading and I'd say even my income, but that is because I haven't been keeping them in my mind. I haven't been thinking about them constantly. So that's one thing I want to change is to be more conscious of those two goals that I want to achieve and to incorporate the same consistency and discipline that I have on my other habits into those two habits so I can kind of close the gap so we don't have such a sporadic difference between all my goals. With that being said, none of this is meant to flex on anyone. These are just my personal goals and my progress on them. And I hope you can find some inspiration from this to set some goals that you want to follow through on and to hold yourself accountable and record your process, document yourself, making that progress. Because at the end of the day, that's what life's about. It's about getting better, it's about setting goals, making progress, and improving who you are as a person. As always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next week. Peace.